Hi, and welcome to the first episode of Root Beer Library, or Out and About with Root Beer Library, where you can wear your frothy stash. I'm your host, Matthew, and so typically on Root Beer Library, of course, my background is different than what you see here. We are tasting different root beers or sodas or snacks. But my wife and I happen to get a couple of days away without kids and anybody else. We are in La Quinta, California, which is near Palm Springs, and we're gonna head over to an Islands restaurant and have their root beer float. So while we are doing that, we thought we would bring you guys along for the ride, and you can taste the root beer float with us. All right, so here's a quick look, since I said we're getting out and about and going to Islands, but I thought I'd give you a quick look at the area that we're in case you've never been to La Quinta or the area. So as you can see, it is a very beautiful area, but extremely hot. This is our place that we're staying at. It's the Embassy Suites in La Quinta. And again, that's just kind of one of the views that we have. It's of some beautiful mountains. So anyway, let's get in the car and head over to Islands and try a root beer float. All right, so here we are at Islands, and I got my root beer float. It's Barks root beer, so it's not A&W, so I'm not breaking that rule before the 100th episode. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this thing and taste it and tell you guys what I think. They also hooked me up with a glass of Barks. Let's taste that real quick. You know, Barks is a staple across the world, and it really does taste like really great, good root beer. But I'll be doing a full episode on Barks soon. I'm gonna pass this over to my wife, let her have it, and I'm gonna get into this wonderful root beer float here. Let's go ahead and try this. It's with Barks and just vanilla ice cream. Really nice, rich, creamy flavor from the ice cream in this Barks root beer. Barks has always had a really nice bite, spiciness to it. And so enjoying that as part of this wonderful root beer float that they provided for me for my birthday. That is one reason we are here. Let's go ahead and try that some more. Yeah, Barks is just a really good root beer to have with a root beer float. Get some ice cream here. Very, very good. Take a look at that, get a little frostiness on the mug. Some nice ice cream, get that froth in there, because you gotta have the frothy stash. So there you go, that's our first out and about with Root Beer Library, tasting root beer floats over at Islands. Definitely highly recommend. If you got an Islands in your neighborhood, swing by, have the root beer float, have lunch, dinner there. Their food's phenomenal, just in general. I love their burgers, I love their tacos, but the root beer float is the bomb. It's definitely worth stopping by just to have that. Definitely have the root beer float. It's with Barks, which again is a wonderful root beer, especially with the vanilla ice cream. Thanks guys, we'll see you on the next one.